All right, imagine you've just come back from doing grocery shopping. You take out stuff from your frunk and your hands are full, but now you need to close the frunk of your car. Tell me which one you would rather have. Do you think it's easier for you, or would you prefer that you have to do this and without hands figure out how to close this? Or do you want a case where you can just simply take your hood, drop it, and walk away? Because that's locked. This is gonna be the frunk soft close. That's on this one, that's manual. Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I've got an item here. This is from TL Yard and it is a Frunk electronic suction soft close lock. This one here is not full automatic frunk, but this would do though is once you put your hood down and it connects with the latch, it will automatically pull it shut and lock it. So it's not a full thing like you have to replace the strut. This is just basically something you're adding to the latch here for that full lock. So it removes that need of having to figure out how much force do you apply, where do you put your hand. You just drop the hood, walk away, it does its thing. Well, first things first, this is the package that comes in. This is from TL Yard. I'm gonna open up the box here and kind of see what we have in it. All right. It's not a lot in it. You've got a pry tool and some wrenches. And then here you've got, this is the brain box of the control. And then you have the motor. This is what will actually drop something. This is the motor that engages to pull the frunk down. And then you've got the latch piece. This goes on the lock itself. This is where you have the sensor that detects when your frunk is closed, and then will trigger this to do the rest of the pulling. And then you plug in this. This will get plugged into the 16 volt battery, in this case, to the battery for power. And then this will connect to this. And so they all work together in sync, and that's it. So again, not too much parts to in here, but let's go through the process of putting this in and what you need to know, and we'll talk about how well it works after. Okay, to start, we're gonna take off this bucket, and then but this apron will be first. And so let's see here, gotta just get my hands under it. Before we do anything going further, you have the high voltage disconnect right here that we're gonna do first. This is the fireman's loop where they can cut if there's a fire. But for you, you need to disconnect this. This disconnects the high voltage from the 12 volt. I'll say you do this first, then you disconnect the 12 volt, and I'll show you how all that goes in a second. So with that, you take the red tab on the high voltage side here, you're gonna pull that back. And then once you pull it back, you should be able to pull that connector. There you go. Now, I'm gonna go to the 12 volt, 16 volt battery in this case. It's also not hard. You pull the green tab out, you press this here, and then you pull out. And then from when it's pulled out, you pull up. There we go. Now, the car is disconnected. So now I can get to wiring. You can choose to also do this later, when you're ready for the electrical piece, but for now, I'll just do it this way. So this is that. First, we're gonna take off this connector here. Again, pull the red tab, and then from there, you should be able to just pull out all the way. So that's that. Just that's to the side. Before you take this off, remember your Sharpie that I said in the beginning. I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna draw the outline of that current lock around there. The black one may be hard to see, but it's just something to have as a reference when you want to put this back. If you don't put it back how it is, what can happen then is you might put it back too low, and when your front closes, it closes so tight, it's either not going to catch because it's too low, or you put it too high when your front closes and the latches, it's not good having a good seal. So with that then, again, everything you need is that 10mm socket. Also, when you're taking this stuff out, be careful so you don't drop them. All right. Okay, so we've done that now. Note on warning, be very careful. This part here, this thing with the two wires, be very careful what you do. Don't mess with it. That's what sends a signal to your car that the front is either open or closed. So whatever you do, you want to be careful that you don't mess with anything around that part there. For this part here, that's a limiter. I figured out what you need to do with it. So this curved piece here is hooking around here like so. I'm taking this piece here, it's going around this thing, and then the back part, it's gonna go above this plate here, right? I'm putting it above that plate. So then you want to push it to make sure it kind of keys in. Now, once you have that, look at this curved part here. The curve should align with the edge of this. What you need to do then is you need to bend this outer piece down. So basically, you want that strip there to be down here below next to that latch thing. So I'm gonna try to then push this down. There we go. I just used my plier to angle it down, and so you can see what it looks like. I'm gonna go some more. There we go. So now from the side, you can kind of see what that looks like. That's on top, and then the other end of it is below. And so basically that prevents it from ever coming out, because I did this before where I did not do that bending and I closed the frunk and this flew out, but now it's not coming out. It's locked in place, and then that's it. That piece is now done. So on that end, I think now we get the attachment, and we'll mount that behind it. And that is this piece over here. What I'll do is I'll take the motor and I'll just put it to the side here for now. And then this is the lock itself. Like I said, this piece here usually will go around this. This is gonna be the sensor to know that the front is closing. And these two pieces mount on the back of this. So let's get that going. This piece you want to kind of bring this way, and so you can see now, boom, boom, they just fit right above each other, and actually perfect. This has a cutout that it keys into that lets you know that's it. And then, but again, before we do that, I need to take off this and then put this over that hook. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that portion there. Be very careful, it's spring loaded. I'm gonna just grab it and I'm gonna pull it above and just gently let it rest over there. So again, this is still in place, right? And now you can see this lock moves freely now. I don't want to lock it all the way. And then bring this back, let's put this to the side. I'm gonna key it in. That part's keyed in, this part's keyed in, and they're gonna take that and put it over here. Now, the good thing is that this is also be going on top of that plate that we just installed. I'm gonna mount it over it. I'm gonna pull, and then what's gonna happen is I have to bring that spring back here. Now, unfortunately, I've closed that all the way down by mistake, so I've got a longer way to travel now to bring that spring back on top of this piece. Actually, let's see. Well, I want to try to do it without taking this piece out. Let me see, if I bring this out, can I then just roll this around? Okay, so what I did then was just, it's two ways. You can either just grab this piece and push it down here. Oh, okay, there we go. That was probably a little bit easier. Just use a finger to push back all the way. Just make sure you don't have the spring fall out of place. And so now that part's done. And the next thing that's coming up next now is just basically mounting this on the car. Okay, and so we're going to do that. Just place it. Keep these two still keyed in together. And then the marking that you did earlier on, this is where it comes in handy. So hopefully it's visible. I can see it a little bit for now. I'm just gonna use it to hold it in place. Make sure the latch and the lock, the new latch and lock are keyed in good. Okay, again, I'm not making it too tight. It's just to hold in place for now. Okay, for this motor, it's gonna go on this side, and this is beautiful the way it's done here now. In the past, I've had to like attach the motor to the body, use zip tie to like do that, but now they've done something where there's some space over here now. There's a hole, screw hole in there that's open that you can use, and they've included in here, you've got this thing here. So I'm going to take off that nut, just put that to the side here, take this off, be careful not to drop it. And then what we're gonna do is basically try to mount it with the motor on the inside instead. So something like this. I'm gonna bolt it in like that. So now let's see. So you can use a T30 to then tighten that against. Then we're taking this, and that is going to go over there. So you've got your two ends, your positive, negative. The negative you can attach anywhere on the body. And if you look around the body, you see connection points like this or this that you can attach to, and then the positive goes over there. They have the cables long enough because they have to go different ways, and so what we can do is try to decide where we want to plug this one into. I'm gonna go somewhere on this side over here. Let's see if I go around here, and then that goes over there. That's probably the way I'm gonna go for that connection. With this, you don't have to take it off. You just have to make it loose enough for you to get the connector slid in. All right. So then my negative, I'm gonna just put it in. See, do I have enough? Yep, that's good. And so with that, I'm gonna tighten it up. Okay, that's the negative. The positive on this end, what you're gonna do here then is basically you're going to open this, right? They do include a nut. You're gonna slot this in, and then you're gonna take that and use that to hold it against that. I'm gonna tighten this piece here. If you don't have tools for that, they do include a wrench in there that you can use. So that's good. Then I do want to see how I can clean up the stuff here a little bit better. I don't like this just hanging loose, and so I want to avoid it going over anything like this pieces over here. So I'm going to zip tie things and just try to tuck them away. Okay, and I think that's good. Don't want to do too much, but my key thing is this guy not being loose, and that's good in place now. Okay, so that's the connector from the motor. I'm gonna take that and plug that in, and that's it. Now I'm going to plug things back, and then we can do some tests, make sure things work as they should, and then we'll tighten things up and go from there. So to plug things back, I'm gonna start first with the 12 volt, and then I'll do the high voltage piece. So for that, again, remember, I'm just gonna take this, I'm gonna push this down, and then push in, and then clip this. And you can hear the car coming back on. And then I'm gonna take the high voltage piece, plug that back into, and press that back. You can hear with that, everything came back alive. And so everything is good. Okay, I'm going to just try to put things back as best now, a little bit tighter just to hold this in place. And then this original one that goes here, this is the sensor. So there you go. That's how you can see that works. And if you look at the car, it says close. So unlock. Again, this is a sensor. You close down the latch, it triggers it. So with that, we've confirmed wiring works, everything works, but let's do one with the front closing and then see how well it works. Okay, so now attempting to close. I bring this down. Boom, it's closed, that's it. Now I'm just gonna check real quick, see how flush it is, because that's gonna let me know if I'm too low. It's good over there. So with that, I'm gonna put the frunk back and we'll call it a wrap. And the finished product. That's it. So that is the soft front closer. Again, this is from TL Yard. It's not complicated. It really doesn't take too long. Like I said, this is not a full auto frunk where the frunk will open itself and close. This still requires you to manually open it up and put it down. But again, once you put it down, that's it. You don't have to worry about, do I press my hand here, how much force, just drop it and walk away. Also, this does not have the emergency release cable, which again, in the past when I've done this things here, I've not seen that thing really work. But I like that it's a lot more compact. The motor is smaller compared to the previous version that I've seen. And so that's good. It's also a lot quieter. It's not as loud. It's a lot simple. And but hopefully this video is helpful in you being able to order yours. I will have links for you to get yours in the description. I also have a coupon code. There's a coupon code you can use to get discount off of your order from TL Yard. And so reference that coupon code, get that discount. And if you have any questions, suggestions, feedback that might help others as you're going through yours, please put in the comments so people can see, learn from your experience, and learn and share and have a smooth installation process. But as always, if you've enjoyed this, don't forget to like the video, share it. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.